Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, and I am so honored to congratulate you, the class of 2020. I am especially pleased because you have graduated with a major in history, one of the most useful and important majors in college. Some may wonder, who is this guy? I think I was asked to speak because I stand before you as a history major with a job. So parents, please be comforted. But I am also speaking to you because I believe in the value and power of a degree in history. Recently, I received a letter that was critical of historians that included the sentence, "Don't you know that America's greatest strength is its ability to forget?" This is a historical perspective that is quite troubling. I think America would be better off to remember the words of James Baldwin, who wrote in 1955 that the past is all that makes the present coherent. Your degree is so valuable because you understand the power of remembering. With your training, you are well suited to use your major in formal and informal ways to help America better understand itself and to take solace in learning from the study of the past. While many of you will not become historians, you have developed the skills that are highly marketable, quite valuable, and candidly, desperately needed in this world. In addition to being knowledgeable about antebellum America or the impact of World War I on issues of race and gender, or the impact of the plague on medieval Europe, you have learned to express yourself and to make coherent arguments and to write well. You've learned to understand complexity, to appreciate nuance, and to embrace ambiguity in order to counter the trend of a country seeking simple answers to complex questions. You have discovered that studying history provides contextualization, understanding, inspiration, and clarity. Let me conclude with something a dear friend, the great oral historian Studs Terkel, once told me. Studs believed in fighting for fairness for all those people without power. He never met a picket line that he didn't support. Near the end of his life, he said to me, "Lonnie, I cannot see well, I can't hear at all, and I can't stand for long. But do me a favor, always point me in the direction where I can do good." And that is my charge and challenge to you. Use what you have learned as history majors to contribute to the betterment of a community, a region, a nation. And use your knowledge of the past and the skills you have mastered to always point yourself in the direction to do good. Congratulations and enjoy this moment.
Hello, my name is Mary Lindeman. I am professor and chair in the Department of History at the University of Miami. I am also the current president of the American Historical Association. Dear graduates, I am honored to have the opportunity to address you today, and my only regret is that I cannot be speaking to you in person. I offer you my sincerest congratulations at this important moment in your lives, the bridge to your future. A college commencement represents both a solemn and a joyful occasion. I can, however, well imagine that this commencement was not the one you anticipated 4 years ago or even 4 months ago. That was one full of ceremony, surrounded by family, friends, and fellow graduates, accompanied by pomp and circumstance. Nonetheless, your accomplishments and your degrees are no less meaningful because they are being virtually awarded. Indeed, you are to be praised for carrying on so well in a difficult and stressful situation. Over the last few months, the world has changed for you and for us all. As students of history, you are best placed to understand these events and situate such changes in broader contexts, as well as to appreciate and deal with contingencies. As historians, we know that not everything goes according to plan, and that we are not always able to predict or control either our past or our future. However, your study of history has put you in an exceptionally strong position to make important, well-considered, and yes, even wise decisions, not only about your own lives, but about the fate of your society more generally. Moreover, you are also best placed to assist your society. That is, to assist us all to get through this particular crisis, and for that matter, to overcome the many other troubles that will inevitably plague our lives. As historians, you have learned how to separate facts from fictions and to discern the differences between coincidence and cause. You are also skilled in assessing the inequalities wrought by culture, social class, age, race, ethnicity, and place that need to be addressed in shaping any policy. In the immediacy of COVID-19, historical perspectives will be absolutely critical. We historians can use our knowledge to create a usable past, essential to dealing not only with today's unfolding and ongoing crises, but also critical for solving every problem that still lies ahead in the coming years and in the coming decades. Some of these are already known to us. Some as yet are unknown and even unsuspected. But if there will inevitably be troubles ahead, there will also be happy moments and moments of success and fulfillment. The satisfaction that will come with the realization of a job well done. The American Historical Association has printed a little sticker that can perhaps serve as a motto. You don't scare me, I'm a historian. And so you should now proceed with just those thoughts in mind. Justified concern for our future as a society, but with confidence in your own skills and the abilities of your fellow graduates, not only to overcome whatever difficulties may arise, but also to be active participants in crafting solutions, innovating, adapting, and in short, guiding society to a better place. I wish you all the best for the coming years and have every confidence that you will rise to the challenges that will face you and us all. As historians and humanists, we have a central role to play in our society, and it will be your knowledge, your skills, and your commitment that will preserve and even transform our world. It is a weighty responsibility, but one that you are exceptionally well prepared and well qualified to assume. Let me say again, congratulations, and let me thank you for letting me
Congratulations, class of 2020. You have been through an extraordinary time at LMU and lived through an extraordinary few years. Sometimes I'm sure you wish that the history you were learning didn't seem quite so relevant, but you are leaving with an incredible set of skills, with empathy and with perspective. We really can't wait to see what you do next. And also, we really mean it when we say keep in touch. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I am really proud of what you have been able to achieve despite a world in crisis. And I hope whatever you set out to do next, looking back at history will continue to help you look forward and go pursue truth, justice, and humanity. Good luck.
LMU History Class of 2020. I've had the luck of knowing almost all of you, partly because I've been chair for most of your time here, and partly because I've had so many of you in class, multiple classes even. You've been my partners in experimenting with a variety of different things in those classes, new things for me, with all the glitches and hits and misses that are part of that process. As I look back on these past few years and look ahead to summer, I've also been thinking about Michael Chabon's wonderful book, Summerland, which is about life, parents and children, summer, and baseball. And let me tell you, I really miss baseball. At the beginning of the book, the young Ethan Feld says to his father, "I hate it that they even count errors. What kind of game is that? No other sport do they do that, Dad. There's no other sport where they put errors on the freaking scoreboard for everybody to look at. They don't even have errors in other sports. They have fouls, they have penalties. Those are things that players get on purpose, you know. But in baseball, they keep track of how many accidents you have." Ethan's father patiently explained, "Errors, well, they are a part of life, Ethan. Fouls and penalties, generally speaking, are not. That's why baseball is more like life than other games. Sometimes I feel like that's all I do in life, keep track of my errors." Towards the end of the book, after lots of adventure in the magical world of the Summerlands, there's the realization. Mr. Feld was right. Life was like baseball, filled with loss and error, with bad hops and wild pitches, a game in which even champions lost almost as often as they won, and even the best hitters were put out 70% of the time. You, class of 2020, have had to deal with a lot of bad hops and wild pitches, and you've probably made some errors of your own along the way. But the important thing is that you kept coming back up to the plate to take another swing. Keep doing that. Go out into the world and make history. You don't have to change the world, though it's always good to try, and the world could use some changing. But make a difference, for the better, in your life and the lives of people around you. Make history, but also do history. Because the world is, as Michael Chabon reminds us, a world of stories, tragic and delightful, and on the whole, very much the better for it. And at another point he writes, "The first and last duty of the lover of the game of baseball, whether in the stands or on the field, is the same as that of the lover of life itself, to pay attention to it. Do history every day in your own lives. Pay attention, grapple with ambiguity and uncertainty, embrace complexity, search for meaning, be that sometimes annoying person who is always saying, 'It's more complicated than that.' Congratulations, and I hope that you can all come back when we can celebrate in person."